Okay, class. All right, sit down. Did you guys have a good lunch? Okay. So now we are going to do a little bit of anatomy along with our massage. So you're going to need your fundamentals of the massage therapy book. We're going to do some stretching through that, and then you're all going to need the flashcards that you've made. Do you have a little booklet with your flashcards? Okay. So, who wants to be our guinea pig? I know. At massage school, most people want to be guinea pigs. Okay, you've got shorts on, and we're going to be working mostly on the legs. So, why don't you come? Okay. Lay down on the table. Everybody else pull up chairs. Okay. So, we're going to start off, and I'm going to have you lay down on your stomach. Yeah, you don't need to change. We don't need to use sheets or anything. Yep. So we're going to start off, let's start off with the back of your leg. So that's what we have been working on. So let's start off. So we'll start off with the posterior calf. We're going to start off with the biggest muscle. So what's the biggest muscle? Posterior calf. Okay, so not very hard. It's your soleus muscle. So this is your soleus muscle. And the orange up here is right there, is the origin. So that's where the muscle starts. It's the soleal line of the tibia, the posterior head and upper shaft of the fibula. And it attaches down here on the calcaneus via the tendon Achilles. So what it does, right, so plantar flexion of the ankle. So we're going to palpate it here. What's in massage, what's the main thing that we're going to do with the soleus? We're going to separate those muscles, exactly. So I'm going to take off, let's see, so I can really get at your legs. Take off Fitbit, take off sweater, yep, okay. So, sorry, my hands are a little bit cold. I'm going to warm them up a little bit. Are you okay on the table? Okay. So back of your calf. How's that feel? All right. So working the origin up here. So right below the knee. Okay. Does anybody have trouble finding the soleus? Okay. No, because it's just this, if you grab the back of the calf, right here, does that feel good? All right. Soleus is nice because you can do a little bit of kneading, and you can run your thumb up the middle of it, and it will kind of strip those muscles apart. And then it goes down into your heel. Okay, if I touch your heel, your feet ticklish? Okay. So down to your heel, and that's a pretty easy one. Any questions about the soleus? Everybody have their flashcards? Okay. So now we're going to get into the more superficial muscles. So let's start off with the plantaris. Okay. So this one is going to cross over the back of the knee. So it's on the inside of the knee right here. Can everybody feel that? Okay. Yep. I'm just going to press. Does that feel okay? So on the inside of your knee. So it goes from right above your knee. So let me have you do me a favor, bend your knee a little bit. And now you can kind of see where it pops out. Yep. Okay, so that's that plantaris muscle. You're not going to do much with this muscle because it's on the back of the knee, and that's not a place that we massage much. But you need to know it's there. It runs all the way down, kind of flips over to from the outside to the inside, and goes all the way down and attaches to the Achilles again. So the origin is the lateral epicondyle of the femur, so up in your thigh area, right above the knee, and it attaches through the Achilles to the calcaneus again. And what does it do? Yeah, it also assists in plantar flexion of the ankle and assists in flexion of the knee. So if you imagine, here, I'm going to touch your leg again, don't be afraid. So going from the outside of your knee all the way in, like a rubber band. Does everybody see that? So I'm just running down the inside of your calf. Yep, from the outside of your knee, down your calf, to, yeah, sometime we'll do this and I'll use erasable markers. And somebody can decide to be volunteer to walk out of here looking like Mr. Goodbody. Okay, so that is that superficial muscle. Now let's go to the other superficial muscle in your calf. So this next one is your tibialis posterior. Okay. Tibialis posterior. So the origin is, here, I'll turn it for you, posterior tibia, posterior fibula, and the interosseous membrane. So you can see where the origin is, up right below your knee. It's actually not right below your knee, it's pretty significantly down below your knee. And it runs all the way down into the bottom of your foot here. So to the navicular and adjacent tarsals, and metatarsals on the plantar surface. So what does this do? I mean, look at the foot. Look at where it inserts, and what do you imagine it does? Inversion of foot and assists plantar flexion of ankle. Correct. So I'm going to touch your foot. So this is going to be when we use our knuckles on the inside of the arch. Sorry, lost the word arch because I was thinking too much about the tibialis posterior. So the arch, I'm going to do a little bit of massage on your foot. Is that okay? Okay, so using your knuckles, this is usually a nice way to massage the arch of the foot. Yeah, you can massage your other foot. Sure. They're not going to mind. Not at all. No. Okay. So, tibialis posterior. Let's see. Are we missing any others? Anterior. We got a bunch in the anterior, although we don't massage those a whole lot. Yeah, let's do lateral while we've got you here. Okay. So, peroneus brevis or fibularis brevis. So this is what goes down the side of your leg. You're gonna massage it a lot when you're doing side lying, but when I am doing the front of the leg, I try to make sure to get that as well. So the origin is the lateral shaft of the fibula, so right here. Yep. So it's right about, not halfway, about a third of the way. Feel that there? Yep. Third of the way down. So you can kind of feel, yeah. So everybody take that leg, and I'll move off of this leg in a minute so more people can try. up by the knee, you can kind of feel where it's a tendon, so it's very hard. And then you get down into a place on the leg that's a little bit mushier, and it's almost mushy, and then you also can feel it kind of bulge out a little bit, like the tendons don't bulge out like that as much. And you can kind of feel where that is. You can massage it on yourself too. Yep. So yeah, we can always do self-massage here. So feel that? And it feels really good. And then you can tell when you start to get back down to the hard part again, that that is now tendon again. So it's on the tendon then connects all the way down to the base of the 5th metatarsal. Yep, so your pinky toe, base of your pinky toe. And what does it do? Take a look at it. Eversion of foot. It assists in plantar flexion of the ankle as well. So it's worth a little bit of massage, but again, it's like some of the others that are a lot of it is tendon. You only really want to massage that part that is mushy. The tendon's not going to move much. So it is worth focusing on the muscle area. All right, so let's go back to the posterior leg. Where is my hamstrings? Oh, hamstrings. Gosh, mine is so old. My pages are starting to kind of come out. Yeah, it's not good, but shows you how long ago I did this. So let's find where our hamstrings went, huh? So, what muscles on the back of... Oh, we did miss the supraspinator. Did we? No. Got that? Not miss that. Okay. We did that last week. So, hamstrings, I am not finding them in this book. So, where are your hamstrings? Back up your thigh. What can you tell me about hamstrings? How do you stretch out somebody's hamstrings? That's what we're going to do next, is to stretch out the hamstrings. And we'll do the adductor, and we'll do, what else have we got here? I suppose we can kind of go into, no, we're not going to go up into the gluteal region today. So, maybe we should do this lateral though. Okay, here we go. Nope, that's not it. I'm sorry, guys. Well, let's go into the stretching. So we're going to pull out your book, because we all definitely need to know how to stretch out the hamstrings. So we're going to take our guinea pig here, and we're going to position the target muscles, which is the hamstring, in the direction of ease. And then stabilize and isolate the muscle group. So then we're going to take the leg and we're going to push it up to stretch out the hamstrings. And you can do this assisted. You can lean in if you want. Sometimes I will do that, sometimes I won't. Yep. So I want you to try on the other side. Are you feeling okay? This is not too much, right? Tell us if the stretching gets to be too much, okay? Okay, yep, and just kind of push back on the leg. Just gently like that. Good, 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 good. And release. Okay. And then we're going to do some longitudinal stretching with the calf. So everybody look at page 386. So you see that diagram there? Locate fibers or muscles to be stretched. So we're going to do the soleus muscle since we have that here. Place hands, fingers. Why don't you take that leg and I'll take this leg. Place hands or fingers or forearm on the belly of the muscles. Let's use hands and fingers right now. So we're just going to grab the two of those directly over the area to be stretched. Contact muscle with sufficient pressure to reset the neuromuscular mechanism. Separate fingers or hands and lift the tissue. So we're going to grab either side. Soleus is great for this because you can really feel it, and you're going to kind of lift the tissue up with pressure sufficient to stretch the muscle. Take up all slack from lengthening first, and then increase intensity slightly and wait the connective tissue component for the connective tissue component to respond. So you can kind of feel when it releases, and it can be almost 30 seconds. You can feel like you're there a long time. Good. Good, good, good. All right. So what else do we have? What am I missing? You guys should all know. Looking for... Okay, yes. So we are missing the first part of the hamstrings. So first part of the hamstrings part 1, biceps femoris. So the origin, where's the origin? The long head of the ischial tuberosity, the short head of the linea aspera. And where is the insertion? Head of the fibula. Correct. So this one is, you can tell how long ago I did this, because the origin, I kind of switched my colors at some point. So the origin is up here, and then the insertion is down at the head of the fibula. So what is this? What does the bicep femoris do? Extension of hip, and then both heads are also flexion of knee, lateral rotation. So let's palpate the hamstrings. So this one, again, you're not going to go up to the origin because that is too invasive. And this is in the upper part of the thigh. So we're going to be very careful that we're not being too invasive with that movement. Here's the other hamstring. Okay, so let's look at all the hamstrings together. Let me pull out that one. So these are the 3 different parts of the hamstrings. So we've got the bicep femoris. That one kind of crosses the thigh from the inside of the groin area across to the opposite back of the knee, on the back of the leg. And then the semitendinous and the semimembranous go closer in to the groin, to the inside of the thigh. They all start basically the same spot, but one goes farther in on the knee, more lateral on the knee, and the other is on the inside of the knee. So we're generally going to work these all as one, and you're not going to do as much with the inside of the thigh, especially high up. So the semi-tendon, you're not tendinosis, sorry. Anatomy pronunciation, not necessarily my strong suit, but I know what they are, and I know where they are, and I know how to massage them. So you're not going to work this muscle that's very high up in the thigh all that much. You're going to grab these on the back of the thigh. This is a good one to use forearm because it's not very invasive, and it's a big muscle. So I'm gonna demonstrate a little bit of forearm on you, if that's okay. So you're just gonna kind of push in from the knee up, and you can use your elbow a little bit more on the inside of the thigh. And then that doesn't feel very invasive, correct? Okay. All right. So I think we're only going to get to the posterior leg today. I know. We'll do more. Don't worry. We'll get there. But I do want to there's one more lateral muscle that I want us to hit today, because we hit the lateral muscle of the calf. So let's do, is there anything else we're going to miss? No. Okay. So we are going to do the tensor fascia latae. So what is that usually known as? TFL, yes. So TFL, the insertion is the iliac crest on the side of the hip, and you can see the muscle is pretty much up in the hip, and almost the rest of it is the iliotibial tract, which is a tendon. So this can feel very tight, but also very hard because it's tendinous. So it connects down to the iliotibial tract, to the lateral condyle of the tibia. So we're really only talking, the muscle part is up in this hip. So what does this do? Prevents collapse of the extended knee in ambulation. So this does a lot of your leg work. Assists abduction, medial rotation, flexion of femur at hip, and extension of knee. So this is one that it can be very tempting when you're just feeling. This is one where you really do need to know this muscle, because feeling it feels very tight and hard, and it makes you want to really dig in and massage, but it's not going to help that, because the massage is not going to release most of that muscle. So, all right. Oh, no, we don't. We already did that. We were good. We did all the things, I think. Oh, no, we didn't. Nope, no, we got it all, I think. Let me just do a quick flip through. I mean, we obviously have the glutes to work on, and we have the front of the leg to work on. But while we're here, do we want to give her a little bit more of a leg massage? Okay, so I'll take this leg and kind of trade off. So we're going to do forearms on the thighs, and then knuckles. We're not going to go as close in on the thighs for the knuckles. And then we're going to just knead the back of the calf. And then use our thumbs to go up the middle of the calf and knead again. And honestly, for most back of the leg, then I may go from the heel all the way up to the hip. Feel good? Good. And that's usually about all I'm going to do. I may do that a little bit more, a little bit less, work a little bit on the outside of the calf, but I definitely don't want to be too invasive on the back of the thigh. And we'll do adductors and abductors next time too. So, feel good? And then I'm not going to do feet today because I really didn't go into the foot muscles very much. We went a little bit into the feet, but we will do that next time. Okay. So everybody want to take a little break, and then we'll come back and we'll do the front of the legs? Okay. Any questions? Okay, good. All right. You guys take 5, and then we'll come back and we'll do the front.